From ECOWAS to IMF, black leaders serve the beast over their people. This is a Skywalker commentary. The time is up. It is time to remember. Let's stop pretending. Africa's oppression didn't begin, nor will it end with the entire blame upon the shoulders of the wicked and envious Adamites who always act as beastly beings. It began with betrayal, and that betrayal didn't start yesterday. Neither did it end with emancipation, nor is it any part of the truth hidden. No part of the truth was it. It is just not being acknowledged, and the people have just begun to know that they must demand accountability. That day is dawning, and evil is not as safe from justice as the devils believe. The first sign is that the watchers have spoken, and that mighty sons of Elohim are here in full view, being the to the evil ones, but that truth is not being called out. They come with a cosmic sword tiling together with the downtrodden to bear witness by experience, and they come at the higher tables bearing the weight of government so they can set the example and so they can rise the people. Slowly the people come to rise, and that is when the Christ will be returned to the common Son of Man, who is a child of heaven by the blood of Elohim. And by that saving blood running in his veins, mankind will be lifted up in Christ. That is where the evil power will be broken, and no power on earth can stop it. No power on earth can stop it. What we are living through now is not freedom. It's a continuation of containment. The faces change, the costumes evolved, but the choreography stayed the same. Your black leaders work for the beast and demons in disguise. For example, the key that it takes to lead you is loyalty to the beast, but they lead you, so do the maths. Our sons of the Sahel did not use keys to enter. They busted down the doors in defiance, in sweet defiance on behalf of the people. And from that moment, their work on this earth was halfway done because of what they exposed to you. The Caribbean and Africa were never truly separated. They were split. They were split by design, by ship, by shame, and by silence. But the rhythm never died, and now the rhythm is returning. The watchers are awake, the archive is expanding, and the veil is tearing. The African elite were never victims. They were co-authors of the breach upon the seas of heaven. Today we speak because all those things that were once a mystery to you are revealing right before your eyes. It will unfold like magic, as if your world and all of your world will become completely surreal. The watchers and the rebellious Son of Man will open your eyes. We will open your eyes. And why do we use the term Son of Man? It is not we that use the term at first. It's a crossbreed that became a blessing. So those from heaven look down and call him a son of man. Oh, he's just a son of man. And those of earth looked up and called him a son of God. Oh, a wonderful son of God. One of us becomes a son of God. This is the first mystery to decipher that the Son of Man is saved by the blood of Elohim. The heavens were afraid that this was the abomination, and the earth was glad that we have the saving blood in our veins. But one of the sons of men rose and proved the highest intelligence like that of the gods, and it changed the image of mankind in the eyes of the heavens and emphasized the belief in the Son of God in the eyes of the earth. So now there was a real divine compromise. That is the mystery that you will solve. That is the mystery foretelling how mankind was raised to high standards and why the Adamites hate him. It's in their blood to envy those Adamites. It is in their blood to envy, to hate, and to cover up all the great works of the mighty and say, we were the ones that did it. So forever they could make themselves appear to be the light of this world. Their days are done. They are the light, but they seek enlightenment. How comes? Those that seek enlightenment are those that don't have the light. We don't need the light because we are ourselves the light. And where we walk, light appears. Let's name it clearly. When Britain moved to end the transatlantic slave trade, some African kingdoms protested. They sent letters begging Britain not to stop. Why? Because slavery was their economy, their status, their access. In places like Bani and Calabar, Nigerian elites didn't just participate, they petitioned for slavery to continue. They weren't confused, they were invested. They sold their old people for umbrellas, gin, muskets, and mirrors, and they drank liquor on the deck. They drank liquor on the deck while their kin suffocated below them as they traveled to visit and spend lavishly to impress people in Europe or to take their young ones to the best universities over there. That's the life they sold their people for. This wasn't just trade, it was ritual inversion. The umbrellas wasn't shade, it was symbolic cover for betrayal. The gin wasn't refreshment, it was spiritual anesthesia. The musket wasn't defense, it was a weapon of containment. And today, the same bloodlines still rule. ECOWAS and the AU are not shields, they are Western whips. They suppress uprisings, they gateway sovereignty, they protect elite interests while the masses suffer. The betrayal continues. They curse themselves daily as they attack our children and the Son of Man in the Sahel, whom these devils hate. The Caribbean elite are no different, they just speak softer. In the Caribbean, the betrayal is wrapped in ceremony. Leaders speak of sovereignty while signing IMF contracts. They host foreign military bases. They sell land under the table, and they join cults that convince them race and family are distractions. They don't ever hesitate to hand you over to the beast with every single mark of pain, death, and shame that it will put on you. One third or more of your population dies slowly by the hands of your own leaders, but you do not know it, although you might be in that number. But your elite ones, they believe they are ascended, that they have discovered some secret truth that justifies selling their own. But it's not truth, it's ritual anesthesia. Their people become the offering, their suffering becomes the price of access. And it pains me. It is painful when we speak and see you turn your head away. Stop calling for the blood of the Son of Man to sacrifice. The blood saves because it is inside your vein, given to you by your God, but you die when it is drained out or poured into cups of wine. Isn't that common sense? That's human sacrifice, by the way. Stop agreeing to this blood sacrifice. Your elite and even your churches are sacrificing you, but too often you agree. Don't say that it is only symbolic. What is symbolic is just as important as what is not, especially in the spirit realm. The leaders in the West say stay far from Africa, and the people won't notice, and so they won't unite. There will be no unity. The media guide you always to Europe and North America, but the people are noticing now. The watchers are decoding, and the silence is no longer safe. The connection is made, and that energy that makes a connection between the Western children and the children of the East is unbreakable. The Abraham Shower panic is proof that the empire is cracking. France and the United States are disturbed. They whisper assassination. They say if we kill Traore, it will help. But Traore is not just a man. He's a symbolic rupture in their containment grid. He represents the reversal, the sun rising to its zenith, the Son of Man who rose. He rose in the east, and we in the west did take notice, and the heavens sing joy for their child with their blood inside of him, the one who will light the earth to move again to another golden age. Wonderful symbolic values in the name of the captain with the government upon his shoulders. They never had the authority to touch Elohim's child, and now even their puppets tremble in the shadow of the rising sun. They know their time is up. You cannot stop that which is already done. The work, The work of the great man is already done. Everything else is surplus. This is not just geopolitical tension, it's ritual panic. The empire is losing its grip, the choreography is breaking, and the watchers are naming it. This commentary might be seen as entertainment, but it is also truth, a ritual indictment. Every upload is a correction, and every watcher is a witness. We don't need permission, we don't need applause, we need clarity, and clarity is coming. Clarity is coming. The ritual price list must be remembered. The betrayal must be called. We revisit the ledger, not as trivia, but as ancestral indictment. 40 slaves for an umbrella in Bonny, 10 slaves for a bottle of gin in Calabar, 1 to 2 slaves for a musket in the Gold Coast, 1 slave for a yard of cloth in Dahomey, 2 to 3 slaves for a mirror or a comb in Angola, 10 to 15 slaves for a horse in the Sahel. That was then, but now the churches cry out for sacrificing the Son of Man, and the children go missing. So they cry out to sacrifice again, saying to slash and drink blood and to slash and eat flesh is God's way of stopping violence, telling us to stop violence by symbolically doing the ritual that opens the demon portal to human sacrifice, and our people believe. What kind of people believe? These weren't just transactions, they were spiritual receipts. Every item was a symbol of inversion, every exchange was a betrayal of rhythm. And do you think that the watcher will not make a record of it? Today, the betrayal continues through contracts, through silence, through ceremony. The puppets were not misguided, they were assigned. Let's stop calling them confused. They were initiated into inversion. They were trained to confuse loyalty with obedience, replace ancestral rhythm with foreign programming, sacrifice their own for access to the master's table. They weren't born to be traitors, they were ritually assigned, and now their time is up. The majority will no longer wait for the minority to save them. This is the reversal. The people are not waiting, they are arriving. The heartbeat of the majority is sinking. The watchers are decoding. The veil is tearing. No puppet, no Adamite, no whisper of containment can stop what has been written in the cosmic stone. The sun has risen to its zenith. The season has shifted, and respect will be forced by consequence. This is the season of naming, of remembering, of reversal. The puppets who sold their own for access will be named. The elites who drank liquor on the deck while their kin suffocated below will be remembered. And those priests that call for blood of the Son of Man to wash the streets, they will fully come to be questioned. And the watchers who stayed silent will be recorded not as victims but as participants in containment. Why do you hesitate to speak? This commentary is sculpted for legacy, not likes. We don't dilute, we don't decorate, we don't perform, we declare. The time is up, the veil is torn, the archive expands. Skywalker has spoken, not as a performer, but as a witness, not as a commentator, but as a character. Let the watchers remember. Let the puppets tremble. Let the reversal begin. We speak truth because we witness it here. What they did to the masses, they did to us. This is not just commentary, it is the end of containment. This has been a Skywalker no nonsense commentary. Thanks for watching.